Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Justin Nelson with Happy Fox Productions, and today I want to talk to you guys about kind of getting over artist fatigue or creative burnout, I guess a lot of people call it. But there's not a lot of content out there on people's real life stories on how they get over getting burnt out or just the struggles and hardships and adversities that people have as an artist. Some people make videos, but I feel like there's just not enough. And I feel like that's something that we all need to hear, because sometimes, including myself, I look up to people that are way better than me and I'm like, wow, they have it so good, or they're just cruising through life. But that's not really true. Social media kind of paints that picture. It's never true. People never have it that easy as it appears online. And I know for me, it's just one of those things where I kind of went through a burnout phase the last year, and I was just like down and out. I didn't want to make anything. I was just discouraged. I'm looking at my friends, and I'm looking at people that are just progressing and they're just making all these great things. I'm like, how are they doing that and not getting burnt out? Or how are they just being so good and taking life by the balls and just going with it? So with that said, this video might be a little bit long. It might be a bit of a rant. I might not edit it that much. So take this as you will. Maybe play it in the background or something. I would do a podcast, but I don't have a podcast. So that's that. But anyways, as you guys may or may not have noticed, there hasn't been a lot of content coming from this channel over the last year. Why? Because I haven't been making anything. I've just been kind of down and out. I haven't wanted to make anything. I've just been kind of bumming it, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'll work when I have jobs, but creatively, I haven't been making anything. And if I do, it takes a lot of mental effort for me to hit the upload button and put it on YouTube. So with that said, it's because I was just burnt out. Those of you guys who follow this channel know that like a year ago, or 2 years ago now, it's been a long time, but I was working on a film called Angora Road a while ago. I'll kind of brush over this because some of you guys already know the story, but we were working on a film. It took me 2 years to make it. I had a lot of my best friends, a lot of my close friends working on this project with me, and everybody put in a ton of time. It took a year and a half to make. It was a big project, and it was pretty much failing at every level. At pre-production, it kept failing. We did an Indiegogo campaign. We raised hardly no money, and then we jumped into production. Everything went wrong during production, and then post-production was the one time things were kind of going well. I'll give myself that. Post-production, things were pretty smooth. And then we finished the film, and then it's January of 2018, and I'm ready to premiere it and get it out there for people to see. We premiered at the showcase. It got relatively good response, I feel like the film came out really good. But after that, I'm like, all right, it's time to do the festival circuit. It's time to do these things that I kind of told my crew we would be doing. Like, we're gonna put it in festivals, we're gonna meet people, we're gonna meet producers, we're gonna do all these cool things. None of that happened. Long story short, I submitted it to 40 film festivals. It got into 3 of them. And the 3 of them they got into were pretty shitty. It couldn't even get into our little local film festival here in Vegas. We all did a good job. We all are proud of it. But the response that we got from it was just a letdown. So I was questioning myself as an artist, like, what did I do? Like, why is this project failing so bad? 40 submissions. I spent $2,500 on festival submissions. Got into 3 of the bad ones. And then I'm like, okay, I put it on YouTube. There's just a big discouragement. You can even go check it right now. It gets like 10 views a day. It's got a couple thousand views. The film didn't go anywhere is all I'm saying. And that was a big blow to me artistically. I was like, man, I put 2 years of work, my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. I had my friends put their blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and nothing came up of it. I feel like I led people on to like nothing. And so I was down and out for a while creatively. I didn't want to make anything. I was having confidence issues with myself and with my work, or that I might have some kind of talent, but really I don't. So it was just, there's all the mental things that start going through people's brain that I never really had an issue with until this year. Like, you're not good enough, you're never gonna make it. You don't even have that many friends that support you. I mean, I do have a support group of friends, but it's not many, but they're there. I'll be honest, when you're in a low mental state, it's easy to listen to the negative thoughts, and that's kind of what was happening to me. Normally, like on this channel, I've always preached have a good attitude and things like that, but you know, when shit hits the fan, it's hard to do that sometimes. And that was the case for me. I didn't want to make anything. I was just down. I was working a job that I hated. I won't go too much into that, but I just really hated the job that I was working. And so when you put all that together, that you hate the job you're doing, and the job that I was doing was in the video production field, so that was actually making me resent video production, which was making me really depressed because I'm like, I don't even like filming anymore because of this job. And that was making me really sad. So, that plus a couple other things that was going on in my life, plus a failure of a really big project. Oh, and then also my YouTube channel too. Like, let's be real, I've been posting YouTube videos for years and years and years. I've never gained traction. I get like 100 views a video. Like this video alone probably is only gonna get 100 views. And so all these things kind of came together and I was like, wow, man, I'm just a failure. I've been filmmaking for almost 10 years and I've got no success to show for it. And I've got friends who've been doing it, who went to film school and have been doing it for like a year and they're already doing much bigger things than me. And so you start just getting into that negative mind state of envying other people in a negative way. You don't look up to them, but you like start to look down at yourself because of how well they're doing. And that was not the kind of place I wanted to be, and I've never been in that kind of place until this year, and it was really scary. And so the way I got over that was, and you guys might be looking for a really great answer, but it's the fact it was just time. Not saying that time heals all wounds. It was really just giving it time. And a couple of other things. It's really just having a good support group with you, because when you have a good support group, that does go a long way. For me, naturally, I'm a quiet person and I'm trying to work on that. Like, I don't reach out to a lot of people. Like, I have really good friends. I can go like a month without talking to like my best friends, and it's not because I'm not their friend, it's just because I just don't think about talking to people. I can go all day without talking to someone. It just doesn't, because I'm introverted. Some people need to talk to people. Some people have like a radar or like a little meter where they're like, I need to talk to someone today. I need to like raise my social meter. Mine's kind of inverted. I'm like, who can I not talk to today? Like, I just kind of not like talking. And that kind of messes with you as a filmmaker, as an artist, networking wise. That kind of messes with me networking, because I'm like, I'll meet people and I'll make friends with them, and then I don't talk to them for a while, and then next thing you know, they're not really friends anymore, and that's an opportunity out the window. There's a lot of things I was battling, and really it was just giving it time and having your support group. Like I said, I don't have a big support group, but I have my mom, and I have like my close friends who I can like count on one hand, and they go a long way in supporting me. And just little comments on YouTube, like every so often somebody will say like, hey, I watched your videos and I really appreciate what you've done. And that one YouTube comment can lift me up, and I'm like, okay, I gotta keep making stuff, because somewhere out there my art and my videos have helped someone. I should keep going. Sometimes it just takes one comment to just lift you up, and that's just kind of how I've been. Someone will say something like, hey, this was really well done, good job. And I'm like, really? Because for the last 10 months, I've been like killing myself thinking that I'm a piece of crap. And then that one YouTube comment is like, no, this is a really good film, or you did a good job, or like, thanks for the tutorial. And I'm like, maybe I should keep doing this. And it's just giving yourself time to get over it and to really find your mojo again, and also knock out the negativity in your life. I know that sounds so obvious, knock out the negativity, but I don't mean just like negative people, or just if you're addicted to drugs or alcohol or something. I'm talking like, if you have a job that you don't like doing, quit that job. Literally, most of my year was so down because I didn't like the job I was doing. I won't say the job, but I just didn't like it. I hated it, and that made me really depressed. And when you take that out of your life, out of the equation, you're instantly just gonna start to feel better. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have any money, but the stress of having no money is different than the stress of hating what you do. Some people would rather have no money than hate what they do. And I'm kind of that same person, because I've been brought up, we've gone up and down with our money situation, and I'm used to not having a lot of money. I'm like, I'd rather have that than work for the thing I don't want to work for. So once you do that, that instantly lifts you up, and you're gonna start to feel better. You're gonna start to feel better about yourself. And once you start feeling better about yourself, that's the key. Once you have that self-love, once you're like, I am capable of making good work, you just gotta ignore the negative thoughts and the demons in your head and stop wrestling with your conscience. That's when you're gonna start creating magic. Anytime I wanted to do something over the last year and a half, anytime I wanted to make something, anytime I even had the thought, maybe I should go make a drone video, maybe I should start writing something, I start wrestling with my conscience, and I'm like, no, you're not good enough. Why write something? Because I've had people tell me, my writing sucks. And the only way to get better at that is to keep writing. But then again, you start wrestling with your conscience. Like even, like my mom has told me, she's like, yeah, your writing could be a lot better. And my mom is very down to earth with me. She's like, if something's not good, I'll tell you. If your editing's not good, I'll tell you. If your color grading's not good, I'll tell you, because I'm colorblind. And if your writing's not good, I'll tell you. And she's like, your writing hasn't been too good for a lot of things I've done. And so when I start writing, I start thinking of that thought, this is not gonna be good just like all my other ones. And then I stop, and then I go, and then I take a shower, and then I chill, and then I go to bed. And then it's like months later and I've never made anything. But you just gotta stop listening to that. The only way to get better is to just keep making things. It's hard work. If you make something that you're not proud of, still put it out there, because you're only gonna get better. And that's really all it is. Because if you make something and you're not happy with it and you don't put it out, you're not gonna learn anything. If people are gonna critique you, people are gonna say this is messed up, let them do it. Sorry, I keep looking over there because it's like cars. And a final example I'll make, and I'll start to wrap up this video, is the last film I did, The Interrogation, is a prime example of what I'm talking about and how I kind of overcame it. It took me like 4 months to make on and off. I didn't work on it full time. And it got 1,100 views, I think. And for me, considering I have 30,000 subscribers and a good amount of friends who watch my videos, that's really bad. That's a really low number. Not many people watched it. Granted, YouTube is kind of messing with my subscribers. A lot of people are saying they aren't even getting my videos anymore, so I don't really know what's going on there. That's kind of more of a technical thing. But in general, a lot of my friends didn't watch it. A lot of my friends didn't care about it. And you start to just question, like, why am I even making these things if people don't care? Why am I spending $2,500 and spending 5 months of my time if no one even cares about my art? And then you start to envy other people's work. Like I mentioned, you could have another friend who can make something and they get 70 comments raved on how good their work is, and all these things are like, wow, everybody loves what that person's doing. And it took them like a day to make what they did. And I'm like, it took me 5 months to make this. And, but nobody really cares about it. You start to mess with yourself. You start to, I don't know. You start to get inside your own head and you're like, what am I doing wrong? And then you start questioning yourself. Like, is it my personality? Am I an asshole and I don't even know it? Am I weird? Am I like, you start thinking like, what am I doing that makes people not support me as much? And then like I said, for me personally, it was the fact of like, well, I've been making short films for like 10 years. Maybe people are just tired of seeing my short films. Maybe people are expecting me to be higher up in my career by now, and the fact that I'm not, people just kind of start drifting out, which is true. Like subscribers, like people that subscribed to me 6 years ago, I'm sure probably aren't watching my channel now because you start to drift away. You get discouraged, and then you start thinking like, well, I need to start making more films to prove something to myself. And that's not really filmmaking. I feel like that's just vanity. Like I need to prove to myself that I can make this movie. I'm gonna work on another movie to prove to my ego that I am capable of being talented. And it's not good, because that's not why you make what you make. You make what you make to fulfill yourself because you have a artistic craving, an artistic desire that you need to make something, or you'll get depressed if you don't. And then hopefully, if you're fortunate enough, you'll have an audience to enjoy it too. I make what I make because I love making what I make. And on occasion, I have an audience that enjoys it. Sometimes people don't enjoy it. Sometimes I make something, I could spend a year on it and no one watches it. And sometimes I'll spend a year on something and a lot of people watch it. I never know. But at the end of the day, it's all in here, and just knowing that no matter what, you just gotta keep making stuff and keep putting it out there, because if you don't, then you're gonna get nothing. Like literally, you're not gonna get better. No one's gonna ever notice you. You're just living inside your own head at that point. You just got to be willing to put yourself out there. And if you put out garbage, then you're only going to get better. And if people are going to critique you like, hey, this is bad, yeah, you're going to be hurt for a second. Like, hey, man, chill. And then you're going to be like, all right, well, let me see what's so bad about it. And then you're going to be like, all right, this could be better. This could be better, and that could be better. That's true. Like for me with comedy, I'm like, a lot of people didn't like this, and this. Now I see why. The comedic timing could have been better. Now I know for the next one. Boom. Now I'm inspired to make the next one. as opposed to just not making it at all because I'm scared of what people are gonna think, or I'm scared of the fact that no one's gonna watch it. Like, why should I make something if no one's gonna watch it? Well, that's stupid. Why do people make movies when they flop? Because you still make a movie. It's just what you do. It's filmmaking is a lifestyle, and I forgot about that for a bit. But I mean, I'm working on a new project. I'm working on a feature film right now. I've been working on that for a while, and do it with a good attitude, because like I always said, your attitude determines your altitude, and just keep making. And everybody's on their own paths. Like, yeah, your friends could be surpassing you, or they could be doing things, or they could be moving further along in their career, but everyone's different. Everyone has different connections. Everybody has different opportunities. Everyone's on their own path. And that's what you just gotta remember. Beat to your own drum, do your own thing. You're on your own path. You're okay. And sorry, there's another car. You're all good, and it's all gonna work out. As long as you just keep up at it, and every time you fall, you get back up. So I guess this is my way of saying I got back up. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Justin Melson with Happy Fox Productions, and I got another video coming out pretty soon as an announcement. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Oh yeah, follow me on social media if you want to. If you've even made it this far into the video, you're probably like the one person that made it. But yeah, follow me on social media. And my phone's ringing. But anyways, guys, talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys next time.